The family structure, the family structure. Somebody read at the top of that page, of page 2.
Males and females participate in at least 4 relationships within the family structure. As they progress through 4 stages of development respectively. Each stage of life and each relationship is based upon a particular lesson. Everyone has to learn to maintain successful relationships and become personally responsible.
Okay. In this family structure, there's a male side, right? And there's a female side. Everybody looking at that page?
Yeah.
Second page.
Everybody should be looking at page 2. Now, in this family structure, everybody comes into the world. If you're a man, a male, you come into the world as a son. You come into the world as a son of some father. Whether you know your father or not. Whether you know your mother or not. Doesn't matter. You could have been adopted at birth and you never knew your mother. Your father could have never been around. Never said nothing to you, never gave you nothing. But you are still what? Still a son. You're still his son. You're still the son of your father and the son of your mother. Within the structure, there are roles and responsibilities and relationships that develop. The son, as we progress through each one of these stages of development, there is a responsibility and there are lessons that we have to learn at each stage. At the son stage, now, the son and the daughter are on the same level in the hierarchy. It makes sense? They're on the same level and they are equivalent. They're not equal, but they are equivalent. What's the difference between that? Equal and equivalent.
Equal. Exactly alike.
Right. 2 equals 2. 5 plus 2 equals what? 7.
4 plus 3 is also equal 7, but it's a different way. It's a different way of getting a 7. So basically what equivalent means is you're getting the same result, just in a different way.
Not quite.
Or
But to add on what equivalent is equal means, it's like it's balance, and one side equals the other. Equivalent means it's close to.
Right.
Not exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
If I'm dealing with a precise mathematical equation, if I'm building a building, and I got to know that the support for this floor is going to be an elevator, and I got to know that that elevator has to support 500 pounds. I cannot be equivalent to. I have to be what? Exact. I have to be equal. I got to know this is going to be 500 pounds. So that if over 500 pounds is put on it, what's going to happen? I can predict what's going to happen. It's going to, but if up to, it should be fine. Equivalent is, I don't have to be mathematically precise. Man, how much green Kool-Aid is in that jug? Well, it's about half in one, about half in the other. They're about equivalent. Now, it's not the exact amount in both. They're close to, right? All right. The male and the female, and we're going to talk about why. They're equivalent, they're not equal. Everybody say, well, no, man, no, it ain't. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Son and daughter, they have the same lessons at this stage to learn. The lesson is of a student. When a son and a daughter come into the world, they come into the world knowing nothing. When a child comes into the world, the child knows nothing. The child has instinct. Every creature that comes into the world has instinct. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about knowing. We're talking about knowledge. We come into the world knowing nothing. Now, knowledge is different from instinct. Every animal has instinct. Human beings have the ability to gain an infinite amount of knowledge. Now, knowledge is something that allows us to know and then have the edge on those who don't know. Yes, sir.
Sorry, cut you off, right? But I felt like I knew a melody. I knew a melody, right? My mom, she loved this lady named she loved this lady named she was a singer. I can't remember her name.
Mm-hmm.
But she loved this lady, and every time I used to listen to her, I never knew my mom.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I listen to this lady, I always feel like the closest to her. You know what I'm saying? And when I asked my mom, she would just happen to be like, yeah, I like this singer right here. And I was like, dang, Mom. Every time I hear this song, I feel closest to her. Like, that's because I used to play her when you was in my stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think maybe I knew the melody?
When did you learn the melody?
I believe when I was in my mama's stomach.
Okay.
I heard that melody.
Okay.
Man.
Were you in the world when you were in your mama's stomach?
Yeah.
Okay. You learned it once you got in the world. Right?
Yeah.
You come into the world knowing nothing till you get here. Now, people argue about, well, does life start in the womb or does it start at birth? That's an easy question to answer. You just did, right? No, man, it don't start when you're born. It starts at the point of conception. Because you start learning when. Now, knowledge is something that allows you to know and have what? The edge on those who don't know. To know and have the edge on those who don't know. As a son and a daughter, if you come into this world and you begin as a student, knowing that I know what? Nothing. Nothing. In relationship to brother, husband, and father, in relationship to sister, wife, and mother, as a son or a daughter, if I know nothing, what should my relationship to the other members of my family be? A student. Dada, how you do that? Mama, how you do that? Natural. It's instinctive. When big brother, when sister, when mama is sweeping the floor, what does the baby want to do?
Sweep the floor.
Why? Because they want to do what?
What you do.
They want to learn. And they learn by what?
Seeing what their parents do.
By imitation. By seeing what their parents do and then doing what?
Walking.
Doing it. When we talk in the parenting class, we teach or we guide our children by doing what? Modeling and teaching behavior. Not just what we say, because we can say all we want. We can tell our children, look, son, I don't never want you to smoke weed. I'm telling you, this is a bad habit. You don't never want to start this? Here you go, baby. This ain't for you. This ain't for you, son. You don't want to start this. You don't want to start this habit. Ooh, I got the munchies. You gonna finish that chicken bone? If that is the example that we're showing our children, are they going to listen to what we say? Or are they going to do what we're doing? First chance they get, they're going to go in that ashtray, grab that roach, try to light the, right? Burn their fingers up, burn the house down, trying to do what? What mom and daddy did. And when we see them, that boy just bad. He's just bad. He don't do nothing I tell him to do. They just bad. No, they not bad. Actually, their minds are what? Their minds are working. They doing exactly what they're supposed to do. The problem is that what? We are in what? illusion. We're the ones that jump the track, not the children. Because the children come into the world as what?
Students.
Students.